Oh boy, we've got an animal mystery that needs solving.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. People need help from the team and from the Biologist specifically.
Good.
So we're gonna play a little game. So Austin Rooney, one of the Brosners, reached out to me. He sent me a picture. And he said, "Hey, producer, can you ask Forrest what he thinks this is?" So let's start by pulling up the picture. I have some pertinent info, but let's just see the picture first here, Will.
Good.
Is a mysterious footprint. Okay.
Bigfoot, ob.
All right. Retep has weighed in. All right. So what are some pertinent questions that would help you ID this print, Forrest?
Where was this taken would be the first one.
This was taken in the Northeast in Rhode Island. Okay.
I mean, to me, it looks like... Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I've got the size of his shoe. That is a size 11 muck boot.
Good size, good man foot. It's a good size foot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's very odd. I mean, it looks like a big human print, like a big human shoe, boot, and then somebody came along and put like 4 thumbprints in it for toes. That's what it looks like to me.
It kind of
So
does.
you're saying it's a hoax?
No, because I don't know the story, and Patrick, I'm sure, is going to give us some more info, but it doesn't look like any foot that I know.
So look at above it. You see up above to the left, it looks like another one of those toe grabs, but maybe the foot just didn't dig in as much, or it was harder.
Heading to the left there? Yeah, I think I see
yeah.
it. Yeah. Thanks, Will. That's helpful. Oh, that's better. Yeah, now I can see it better. It's very odd.
It's an odd foot, right? I mean, could that
Very
be...
odd.
Let me ask you this. Could it be
weird.
a black bear where it stepped down and then maybe sort of dragged its heel back a little bit?
It doesn't look right to me to be a black bear. I mean, bear tracks, they've got a particularly round back pad that just doesn't...
Right.
I don't know. It just doesn't... It's not adding up.
This has sort of a little bit of a humanoid look to it, right?
It does,
shape of the
for
foot.
sure. Yep.
No, so basically this is the mystery. I mean, what Austin has said was that, he found this track. There was others. It looked like something was walking through the snow. And, he didn't, come in and make them. So
Right.
It could be that someone else did just to be weird.
Man, it's odd. So if you look at a bear track, the hind foot of a black bear has that kind of elongated piece. But they also have 5 toes, and at the ends of those 5 toes are little claws that are non-retractable. So there's always claws there. The toes are perfectly aligned. They don't follow the natural arc of a foot, assuming those are toes. The heel of it goes far back. It's very odd. I don't know what this is. Like I said, my first intuition in looking at it is like someone took a boot print and kind of mushed it up and then put like 4 big thumbprints in it. But I don't know who would do that and who would do that consistently over a bunch of tracks.
Right.
Well, how well do you know this Brosner? Is he trying to just get one over on us, see what we'll say?
I mean, look, he's sent us a few stories before. He's a big fan of Extinct or Alive. I don't know. I don't think he faked it. But I did see a story in... I follow this like history thing on Instagram. This guy... It was like on this day in history, this guy revealed himself. For 30 years, this dude in Florida was going down to the beach with 2 ostrich feet and making ostrich tracks through this like beach in Florida. And so,
no way.
Yeah, he would do it like once every couple of weeks for 30 years in the middle of the night. And,
30 years. That's dedication.
And the picture of him as an 80-year-old smiling, and he's like sitting with his feet up on a desk with the ostrich feet like taped to his feet, and that's how he would do it.
He just did it just to mess with people for 30 years?
Just to fuck with people. Yeah, because
I want to buy that guy a beer. That's amazing. Yeah. Good for him.
All right, so Retep, you're going Bigfoot. Forrest, you're going with Hoax. That's the official.
No.
I'm
not really going for Bigfoot.
Retep, go for
Forrest. After Forrest, and now looking closer, the way that Forrest is describing the toes almost being disconnected from the rest of the footprint is suspicious to me. And it also looks like, how like, I don't know, it just looks like a shoe or something with somebody just took a grape and added toes. Yeah. So
Forrest,
I'm saying hoax.
You've watched a lot of wildlife TV shows, right? I mean, growing
Yes.
up and everything.
Tons.
I've seen some where I feel like that what they're analyzing is a footprint, and I'm like, you made that.
Totally. Oh, for sure.
Like, it's a pretty easy thing to just fake, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. It's very hard to fake a good track because they're just so perfect in the way the foot works. So you can draw some crappy one in the sand. I mean, we've even done it on like Extinct or Alive. I don't think we've ever put it on TV, but you find a track and then you kind of like embellish it with your finger so that you can see it on camera. Remember, Patrick, how we'd be like, all right, look, here's this, canine track. If I push my thumb down to outline it, you get more contrast or, more texture and you can see it better. So I think it's really hard to make a good track. That being said, and I'm not going to name the show, but everybody will know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a certain Bigfoot hunting show where they're always looking at foot tracks. I'm just like, I can tell you kicked that in the dirt 10 seconds before the shot. Like I can just it just looks terrible. It doesn't look real at all.
Well, I mean, there's probably a PA whose job is footprints.
Probably, yeah. And the
like,
cat
Tom,
probably
go
doesn't even
ahead.
realize that. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry, Austin. I don't think we can solve this one for you. Possible hoax. We don't think it's a black bear. All right, so look, that's the first one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Forrest.
No, here's what I want to say. Oh, you got another animal mystery?
Yeah, this is my personal one that happened last night.
Wow. Okay. Well, here's what I want to say to all the watchers checking this out, the brosners. Give us a comment as to what you think it could be, because I feel like there's a couple options, right? Is there a snowshoe with a weird track under it that's leaving those 4 holes? Did somebody come along with a stick and make those, or use their thumb? Like, I'm curious. I want to know what the general consensus is, because as a wildlife biologist looking at this, I don't know what it is. I see a boot print with 4 holes in the front. Not an animal track, but hey, I'd love my eyes to be opened.
All right.
Nice.
All right, so here's sort of my part 2 to this, which is probably a little less exciting. So last night, I'm staying up a little bit later. My dog starts going nuts out by the front door, right? So anytime the dog's doing that, it's usually if like Amazon comes to deliver a package. So
Right.
it's like, 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh boy. So of course I'm going to go turn the light on and look. So I turn the light on, look outside. The only thing I really notice is that my neighbor's sprinklers are on, and I close the door, come back in. This morning I go out to just like take the garbage out, and I see some critter has walked from my neighbor's yard that had the sprinklers on, which was at the same time my dog was barking, up all across my front porch, hung out on my front porch for a little bit. And obviously made my dog go batshit. So Will, pull up a picture of the prints here. Wait, there's one that has my shoe in it, Will. So that's
Patrick did his own rendition of this.
yeah. So that's okay. So there we go. So that's a size, I think a size 10 sandal.
Yep.
And you can see this guy's taking
mean a
little
size
steps.
3. Look
at his adorable little hands. What do we think we have here in Southern California?
Let's go with Retep first.
It's a raccoon, mate. 100%.
And you know that based on what exactly?
Because
I'm
he's seen
smart.
one before.
No, I'm just giving you shit. He's right. It's definitely a raccoon. See the little hands? They're the only animal that we have here in Southern California, because we don't have any primates or anything like that really have that very much so hand print. Like, if you look at the one by your heel, it looks like an infant's handprint.
It
looks like
does,
a
yeah.
human's infant's handprint, like the kind that everybody puts on the Christmas tree, and that is indicative of a raccoon. It's the only thing we have, and I'll tell you why this picture aggravates me. It's because back in college, we used to have trash pandas all over Isla Vista, where I went to school, and which is at UCSB. And they would look, you'd go out, you'd do some drinking, you'd stop by Freebirds, which is the greasy Mexican joint, at 3:30 in the morning. You'd order, 3 metric pounds of nachos, eat 6 bites, and then pass out with your food. And the raccoons would get into everything. But the thing that annoyed the shit out of me is I was able to, and it took a lot of, the nicest thing I owned at the time. I bought a new car towards the end of college. And every single morning I would wake up and these exact infant handprints would be up and down my car, my windshield, all over. And it was like nacho cheese mixed with burger, mixed with like street juice. I mean, it was just so disgusting. And I was just so livid. Granted, my brand new car was my car was a Kia Sorento. It wasn't exactly the most exciting car in the world, but still,
But to you,
I
it was
worked
real
for that
exciting.
car. That's right.
Yeah, right.
And to the raccoons that lived outside the frat house, it was the perfect place to smear their hands every night. So,
It
yeah,
was your
I know this
buddies
track well.
using little raccoon feet to fuck with you, like the
right.
ostrich guy.
Yeah, it was probably Graber bought like a novelty like raccoon paw on a stick.
I could see that just out
He's
there.
like, dude, I'm gonna do this for an entire semester and then never tell him.
Dude, my friend in college, there's the old. I've never seen this in real life until this day. Another friend of ours put a fish in his truck and like hid it deep buried under like the front seat, like up in the springs. And like he never knew what to do about it, and I was
That's
like,
the worst
"Wow, I
thing
thought
you could
that
ever
only
do to
happened in
someone.
movies like Animal House and shit. I didn't know people really did that."
That's so fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody did that to my high school girlfriend. She had a car in high school, and some other girls, like she must have left it unlocked, and they put tuna salad in the cassette tape player, like
Oh, dude,
inside, and,
that's
like,
so
smeared it in
bad.
there. Yeah,
That's so bad.
That's like sue worthy. That's
I'm trying to remember-
charges worthy.
that's kill.
You guys know Ricardo, friend of the pod. He told me about this thing that I think it happened at his brother's university or something, but there was a name for it. I think it was called like shunt something, Shuntaclaws. I don't know. You poop in tinfoil. Okay,
No,
wrap
I
it
hate
up.
this.
Listen, stay with me now. Sorry, poop in tinfoil. Add a bunch of baking soda, and then wrap it up into like a big poop burrito. Stab a bunch of holes in it, and the baking soda grows something with the poop. And apparently, this human-sized log grows into like a football, like a basketball-size fecal thing that just smells unbelievable and wrecks everything. And apparently, where it wasn't at our school because I'd never even heard of this, but at Ricardo's brother's school or wherever it was, this was like rampant between the frat houses. Like if one frat guy got into another frat guy's house, they'd carry baking soda in their fucking pockets and poop in tinfoil and leave it there. And this is like this
it's easy
thing.
to get the ingredients are transportable, very easily transportable.
Yeah, I mean this is
Yuck.
this is a 12-cent prank. You need a tablespoon of baking soda and yourself.
Exactly.
Small cost, big impact. That's what you're going for there.
Well, we started with an animal mystery of a possible Sasquatch, ended with a raccoon. No, got to a raccoon, and then now you've learned about Shuntaclaws.
That's right.
If you've ever done Shuntaclaws, please leave it in the comments. Let us know how it works out.